Timbaland is one of the most successful producers in the music industry. He made himself extremely wealthy using his artistic creativity that he was blessed with, doing what only an artistically talented human could do: make good music using talent, creativity, and inspiration. That is literally the legacy he will leave behind for himself when he's no longer around. But now, even though human creativity in music is what made Timbaland who he is today, he has decided that it's no longer required to make good music. Instead, he believes that the next evolution of music creation will be all done by codes on a computer. Timbaland is going AI. Not only did he create an AI record label, signing his first AI artist, but he has also stolen the beats and music of real human artists to train this AI. Right now, Timbaland is leading the horrible decision to sell out music to AI. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Timbaland selling out music to AI. Let's get right into it. The ability to create music was definitely gifted to us by God himself. Music is sacred, holy, and before it was for entertainment, it was used in heaven by the angels to praise God. Music in its true nature is the ability to harness the frequencies of life itself. Our world was created with frequencies. Everything is made up of frequencies. Artists were blessed by God with the ability to control those frequencies and direct them, and this is what music is. Music is much more powerful and spiritual than most realize. It's not just entertainment. Music could heal you or music could destroy you. But just like everything else God has created, the devil has found a way to corrupt it in hopes of ruining it. It is believed by many that Lucifer was the head of the choir in heaven. He was so musically talented, he led the prayer choir for God. Lucifer then betrayed God and was thrown out of heaven and sent down to earth. Since the beginning of time, he has been using that musical ability to his advantage, using music to guide people away from God and make them sell their souls to be stars. Now we're seeing how far this corruption has gone, as music is now becoming soulless. In the last few years, the record labels have been pushing towards AI-created music. Music that is soulless in code, completely created by AI. Removing humanity from music is truly disturbing. It's like the YouTube channels that are completely AI. It's ridiculous. I myself often see people in my comment section claiming that I am AI because I don't show my face. I'm not AI. Those of you who have been watching for over 4 years now know that. I write all my own scripts and I don't use any AI assistance for that. I also do my own voiceovers. I honestly believe AI is the final step in our destruction, when we have become useless and are only here to take up space. God has gifted us with talent and creativity and purpose. I use all that God has given me to make content and spread the truth. But nowadays, more and more people are becoming okay with the idea of allowing AI to take over, allowing it to not only do the meaningless tasks we humans don't want to do, but to also do the meaningful tasks like creating music, art, and films completely with AI, stripping all the humanity left in the arts. This is clearly the work of the devil. Those who are behind these labels know this is the checkmate move they have been waiting for. They no longer need to sign human artists and pay them millions of dollars. They don't have to argue about creative control with artists. All they have to do is boot up the PC and have AI generate a hit song for them in seconds. A hit song that can push their agenda better than ever with no human to stop them. AI generated music is the death of music. Sadly, one of the men who was once seen as a musical genius is the one leading the way. Timbaland is one of the most successful producers in the world. He worked with so many of the biggest stars in music and created some of the biggest hits of all time. In the 2000s, he was the king of producers. If you had a song with him, it was a guaranteed hit. Timbaland had the secret sauce, and just about every top artist had a song with him. By making so many hit songs, he was able to not only earn himself a reputation of a legendary hitmaker, but make millions of dollars in the process. Timbaland was everything that represented creativity in music. His beats were unique, clever, and creative, showing how he was using an ability given to him by God himself to its fullest potential. But even after music has given him so much, he is turning his back on it and selling it out for riches. Timbaland went from working with the greatest minds in music to working with an AI-generated artist named Tata. Recently, Timbaland has been receiving a lot of flack from independent artists, as he has been supporting the AI music company called Suno. Suno is an AI-powered platform that allows users to create original music by generating both lyrics and instrumentation from text prompts. It allows individuals to input a description of a musical idea or genre, and Suno will then compose a complete song based on that input. Suno's AI models are trained on vast data sets of music to learn and mimic different musical styles and progressions. Essentially, it steals real music created by humans to train its AI to mimic it to the best of its ability, stealing from the real artists to power the fake AI artists. They are actually being sued for this by real artists who had their music stolen to be used to train their AI without their permission. Suno is facing multiple lawsuits for copyright infringement relating to the training of its AI models on copyrighted music. Even the major labels are suing Suno for allegedly using their music without their permission either. Additionally, Gemma, a German collection society, has also filed a lawsuit against Suno, claiming that the AI platform infringed on the copyright of its members' work. So not only is AI trying to steal the jobs of real humans, but they're also doing it by stealing the work of real humans too. When Timbaland announced his support and work with Suno, people didn't like this one bit, as Suno clearly represents everything he should be against. But Timbaland didn't stop at just supporting a company that makes AI-generated music. No, now he's creating his own AI music company. Recently, Timbaland announced his new AI record label called Stage Zero. Not only did he launch this label, but he also announced that he signed his first AI artist named Tata, an artist that is completely generated by AI. Timbaland said this about his artist Tata: "She is not an avatar, she is not a character. Tata is a living, learning, autonomous music artist built with AI. Tata is the start of something bigger. She is the first of a new generation. A-pop is the next cultural evolution, and Tata is the first icon." Notice how he called it the evolution of music, when it's clearly the opposite, the destruction of it. Everyone with a brain knows that this is a horrible thing for not only music, but for our society. We are stripping away the soul of music by allowing AI to create it. We are destroying the true power of music by doing this. This was always the record label's plans. They wanted to strip the power of music away from the artist and have full control over it. This is going to be dangerous. If you think music is bad now in today's world, wait and see when AI takes over, and music just becomes a bunch of keywords and prompts to an AI-generated beat. Music is going to become even more successful than it is already in manipulating the masses. The labels could literally whip up songs, pushing whatever agenda to the T easier than ever. You can clearly see the evil behind this. After Timbaland announced his own AI record company, he started getting a lot of backlash from producers and artists who see the danger of AI. Timbaland was confronted by many people who called him out for this live. A few days back, Timbaland hosted a live where he tried to have a discussion with other producers about this AI move. Many of these producers were truly upset and told him right to his face what they believe he was doing.
A month and a half later, I do a humongous deal with a brand new
Still won't fight me, man.
On the DSP.
But you understand you want
for what, man? For what, John? For what, man? Why you want to choose violence?
I'm speaking to the people that are in the chat.
Hold on, let's let John speak. Welcome to the chat, baby.
What's up? Hey, respect to everybody here.
Hey, John, I respect you, bro. I respect. Hey, look, the reason I brought you here
because your post is crazy.
No. He didn't.
I mean it.
We got it. All right, we're gonna stand on it in the chat.
I mean everything about it, bro. I'm not double backing on it. Respect to your legacy, I would say. What I view this as right now is a betrayal to artists everywhere, bro. What you're doing is you're backdooring us. You got into a position of power, and instead of choosing to unionize and fight against this AI, which I'm not stupid. I use ChatGPT to script out screenplays, things like that. I use ChatGPT on a daily to think of content ideas, to do the menial task, the meaningless task that a robot should do. I'm a spiritual person, and I believe that artists all are tapped into a divine entity, right? When you go and you start creating and you allow some fucking robot to come in and finish your song, you're cutting yourself off from the divine. And let me not even get that deep with it. What I think you're doing is you're doing something that's, in a sense, demonic, bro. And I know it sounds like I'm exaggerating, but it feels demonic. You're choosing to go against us all and put this robot, instead of signing an artist, instead of having someone who has a voice that you could put on and put on your platform, all these on the live, all this cool we're doing, you choose to go in this direction.
John, did you just hear what I just did over there? I do that, John.
Hey, John.
And then you going by headlines, and I ain't do nothing. I ain't show you nothing.
Headline,
no, you going by
headline.
headline. I ain't say nothing. That's why we up here. John, you ain't seen, you saw a picture. Correct? You ain't hear no music. You ain't hear me play nothing. You ain't hear me. You don't even know what I'm building. You just went off because you don't like, you thinking I'm doing something with AI and you just upset. But you never asked me. You never asked me. Think about it, John. You know you're wrong. You never had a conversation with me. You just went off of a title. Everybody did.
Who posted it though? Who posted it?
But yeah, a guy, interviews, they're gonna make it look like something. We already knew this. We knew, but the conversation was to get this conversation of talking about AI. We're talking about something that people are not having a conversation about, and it's gonna leave us left behind if we don't figure out solutions.
Even though he seems to hear them out, it didn't seem like he cared. He has already set himself on this path to sell out music. All he cares about is making more money, and if that means selling out what he once loved, so be it. Honestly, time will tell how bad this is really going to be. One thing I've been seeing on social media is that a lot of this stuff that AI generates, like photos and videos, seem awfully demonic, which is quite interesting, as this is one of the points that was brought up by one of the people who were arguing with Timbaland over this AI artist. He straight up told Timbaland that AI is demonic and what he was doing was demonic. Honestly, I completely agree with him. AI seems awfully demonic, and it often generates the most disturbing images you could imagine. So you could only imagine what kind of music it's going to generate. Recently, I just did a video on the BET Awards, and I spoke about the imagery they were showing there, how they were showing AI taking over, and how it was the vessel for the Antichrist. This is exactly what AI is. AI is going to be one of the tools used by the devil to enslave humanity. Honestly, time will tell how bad this is really going to be. How far are we going to allow AI to take control? There's a reason they are building all these AI companies so quickly. They are racing to develop the very thing that is set to be our downfall. They are happily ready to enslave us to AI. We need to resist. We cannot support this. This isn't just about music, it's a spiritual battle. We must protect the soul of music no matter what. Well, I'm gonna end this one here. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.